tingnan natin yung standings. What did Week 5 look like? Ano nga bang itsura ng scoreboards natin dyan? Pakilabas na direct. Echo pa rin ang namamayagpag. 21 points. TNC second place. RSG. So, hindi gumagalaw yung top 3. OSX, ilang linggo na tayong hindi gumagalaw yung top 3.
Maybe 6. Alam ko yung week 5 pa lang, that was the sense of urgency na kailangan mo gumawa ng something, a miracle just to climb up. So yung top 3 na to, silang talaga yung nagtatalunan minsan sa stats, sa mga plays, and most of them is usually has a surprise to share pag week 5 na. So, yeah, kailangan talaga galingan. Alam mo, may dami nangyayari sa doon pa lang.
Isa sa mga surprises na nakita natin ay ang, they're still 8th place. Pero may ginawa sila last weekend. Eh. Pag-usapan natin yon. Bren Esports, Omega Blacklist, nandiyan pa rin sila. Brigida, may surprises ka pa ba? Maliban dun sa Bren, Ano pa mga sumurpresa sa'yo ng week 5?
Siguro, yung parang ang daming naglakas loob na maglabas ng heroes na first time or parang mga combinations na first time natin nakita, apart from yung Melissa sa Onyx, pati yung Odette Diggy combo na ginawa ng TNC.
Yeah.
Wait lang, tama, kailan ba linabas ng Onyx yung Melissa? Was that against Blacklist?
Again?
Friday.
Yeah, Friday.
Perfect! Pasok tayo, here's day 1, Friday. Tingnan natin kung sasagap siya sa recap or dun sa highlights. Yan, nandito ba yung Melissa? So, dito rin pala yung Blacklist nagtatapang na rin. 2-1, panalo Onyx dito. Pero may naipanalo yung Onyx. And here you see yung Diggy kanina. Yan, Diggy. There's a Diggy game.
Dito din, if I'm not mistaken, nandito yung isa sa longest games na nangyari so far sa MPL. Yung third game ng Blacklist Onyx, umabot siya ng 30 minutes, di ba? So, yun talaga eh. Yun yung parang, ang dami nagsabi na ang intense nung laban na nangyari dito. Parang yung laging nangyayari between Blacklist and Onyx eh. Ayan,
30 minutes!
30 minutes nga!
Yeah.
30 minutes nga, tama. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Maaga ba pumasok nito, OSX? Kasi tinan mo, si Santi Uomi midnight pala to. And I can tell you for sure, I wasn't casting this. Nanonood lang din ako.
Black and Onyx. I think not mistaken, tayo ni Wolf or kami ni Naisu. Basta ito yung moment.
Nasa panel.
No. Sa English.
English. So you casted this in English?
I think so, yeah. Tama ito. Ito yung Melissa pick na sinabi ni Marky na nagpanic siya at pinindot niya yung Melissa. So parang ito sa experimental thing, I guess. Pero yun
that's
yung
moment.
Game 2. Yun yung moment na kinuha lahat ni Wolf ang tamang predictions. Doon mismo sa drafting pa lang. I don't know where the heck his mind is going there. And talagang yung Onyx kanina, on that time rather, is mostly focused on trying something new. Pero on drafting, medyo nagkaroon talaga. Doon yung game 2, kaya nagkaroon doon yung point yung Blacklist. Maybe nagkaroon lang ng konting adjustment for that.
Okay, looking at the lineup, I don't blame Marky as much. It looks like the Melissa is okay here.
Yeah.
Kasi meron kang Johed, Cho, Ling, and Benedetta. 4 yan na nabablock ng ult niya. Pero yun nga lang, I guess not in this game, right?
Yeah.
It didn't make us complete sense. Pero yun, guys, doon sa mga nagtataka, yes, maybe part of it, nagpanic si Marky and then napili niya parang yung nangyari kay Baloy no MPLI, if you know what I'm talking about, right? Like, meron din siyang moment doon na parang, wala akong mapick, ito na lang. But, looking back at it, yung lineup ng Blacklist doon, maybe okay yung Melissa. But let's go to the second series of that night. TNC versus OMG. Sa lakas ng TNC na yan, napa 3 games pa ng Omega. So there's something here. There's definitely something here.
Ito yung sinasabi natin kanina na Odette Diggy combo, actually na-encounter ko na siya before, and pag iisipin siya, parang ang promising niya. Like, the moment na isipin mo Odette could just cast her ultimate, diba? Without you having any chances of canceling it. Parang ang laki ng magiging ambag niya when it comes to the team fights. Pero wala eh. For some reason, I don't know for like the past few series na nangyari sa TNC, lagi silang natatalo pag first game, pero lagi silang nakakapag-bounce back.
Yeah, they always like try to dip their toes on the water if it's cold or hot. And one thing na ginagawa din ng TNC is parang they're checking also kung mayroong pagbabago sa team na to in Omega, na batak-batak na sa LAN. And siguro din, one TNC is respecting is yung how these teams adjust weekly matches. So, pero on that game specifically, S3E5, mas nakakuha ng momentum yan. The teams just actually work with it and it all went in their favor until the third game. Yeah. Kaya doon natalo
Yeah.
yung Diggy tsaka yung Odette na pick.
To be fair, yun nga siguro yung isang talo ng TNC is may tinesting
Yeah.
si Coach Scholar and Coach V. Pero tama, like, it's not just testing.
Aha.
Malakas siya in essence. In-explain nga ni Brigide. But, you know, in the end, 2-1, TNC taking the day here. You know, slowly but surely, 2 points. Bago tayo pumunta sa day 2, OSX, ang dami nagpapa-shoutout.
Ay.
Okay? Pa-check ng chat, man.
There we go.
Say hi.
Shoutout nga pala sa mga kasama natin dito sa Recall. Hello, Wilmar. Pa-wash out naman. Cleet from Wilmar. Sean Flores. Samantha. Hello. Cleet. Next is sino mo itong isa? Casey. Hello, guys. Thank you for joining in the chat. Tuloy ating Recall. Back in the memory lane sa week 5 dahil doon ang mas pinainit na laban sa ating midterms.
Yun. Okay, sige. Real quick, bago tayo mag-day 2. Direct pakipakita na. Day number 2, it was opened up by RSG Next Play Evos. Sweep yun. Tatanungin niya Brig. Kasi alam ko gustong tanong na chat to yan. Lagi, araw-araw. Pag nandito ka, kumain ka na ba?
Kakakain ko lang po ng merienda. Ito nga po yung pinggan ko. Tinabi ko para ready tayo mamahagi ng ating mga napanood.
So guys, may pruweba. Kumain si Brigida. Nandun yung plate. Okay. RSG Next Play Evos, sweep 2-0. Wait lang, Cadenza, H2, Yelly Hayes, Hesa sa Gitno. Okay, ito yata yung series kung saan ang daming question marks. Kasi H2, di ba? Nakita natin si MP The King eh. Alam nating malinis maglaro si MP The King. Tapos sa Gitno. So napag-initan yung mga veterans sa Next Play Evos dito.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Go.
So dito kasi yung pinaka-remarkable for me was the Kufra XP lane nga, as we can see right here, yung ginawa nila sa Gitno. And dun sa articles na nakasulat sa website, my friend kasi wrote the article for this match. And parang ang ganda lang nung pagkakasabi niya na here in this lineup, since NXPE, they're the type of team who uses a lot of their players, or actually all of their players. So dito in this combination, they fielded a brilliant playmaker nga daw in the form of Cadenza with an aggressive core player na the Cadenza H2 combo nga daw. So parang naganda na ako sa line. I gusto ko lang i-shout out na sinabi ngayon in the article. But again, it didn't work again for some reason. Like it's for NXP, I feel like there are a lot of days na it's either they play really well or it's like they can't pull off what they want to pull off. So this was probably one of those days. And yun nga, na-mention din to sa broadcast na the tables have turned. Kasi it was last season na hindi manalo-nalo yung RSG sa NXP, but this time, it was last season na NXP di manalo-nalo sa RSG, but this time RSG took them down with a sweep.
To add, yes, tama ka doon, Brigida. No? Alam mo, Coach Panda, going back to his thoughts, tinawag ko yung laban na to as the Dawn of Justice battles. It was Batman versus Superman, mainly because Coach Panda sees this team as their kryptonite na gusto nga niyang baliktarin, wants to make a statement na hindi na to tatantanan hanggat di kami tapos sa trabaho na to. So nakita natin doon on game number 2 na NXP was trying something off in a different lineup, and that was si MP na ata yun eh. Tama. It was
Game 2, tama.
MP.
Magkasama tayo dito, man. We casted this together.
Yeah, tama. Si MP na yun. And alam ko, si Coach Chico during this time, his mindset was, he has this special mindset na it was all new breeds, tapos meron touch of veterans. So, yun yung mostly nag-work well on the matches, but there's specific team na tinatry nyo pa rin. But on this, the flair was with MP the King against RSG kasi Demon Kite on the road in getting that best title as the best jungler for Season 9. Ang dami lumalaban sa title na to. And for MP the King, who's the rook of NXPE, played so well. At yung this specific fight na inopen, tama ba yung Olus ba yun? On the second game? Tama ba? Isang Olus? Basta, there was one time na bravely NXPE, hindi hinayaan nilang i-open the side of RSG, and they tried to take that game whatever the cost. So parang they were all NXPE on every week, they're always prepared on what the draft can be. At the same time, they want to pull something off sa ginagawa nila sa mga scrims nila.
Yeah. So, again, this weekend yata talaga experiment wala experimental phase si Coach Zico eh.
Yeah.
And yung mga kalaban nila saktong parang they mean business. So sakto nga dito, Coach Panda really just wanted to get points and to give his boys a good weekend.
Yeah.
Let's go into the second series of the day here. Bren versus Echo. Whoop, whoop! Pag-usapan natin mamaya in detail Recap lang to. Pero mamaya meron tayong in details. Real quick, shoutouts to Spin.ph's Carlos Pineda. What's up to Wilmar, to Ian Earl, to Kenneth, and to Marky. Marky, don't ask for Brigida's number, but thank you. We appreciate you being here anyways. Gian Ashton as well, Arenial Season. Okay, game. Bren versus Echo. Kwento ko lang. Nasa vlog ko to. Nanonood kami ni Santi sa likod, sa backstage, di ba? Grabe yung sigawan namin. Sabi ko kay Santi, Santi, huwag ka makipagpustahan sa akin pag nanalo. Ganito, like, not that I don't trust Bren. It's just, si Santi pa lang, game 1, 5 minutes pa lang. Sabi niya sa akin, Coach, 2-0 Bren. Sabi ko, boy, wag kang ganyan. Like, don't do that. Hindi ganyan. Pero, something was up with Bren that day. Hindi ko na-expect. Promise.
Ang daming nag-shine, lalo na si Joy Boy during this series, especially actually Joy Boy talaga, like they were able to play aggressively. Ang daming ang TP na nakita natin galing sa Bren from this match, especially from Flap din. And si Few dito, yung parang hindi ko alam na para siya bumalik sa old form, yung pwestuhan niya, sobrang precise. And we saw that Super Marco was able to farm really well, also because of his team. So, ang daming nakakagulat na nangyari dito sa Bren. Ako din, nag-wonder ako na ganito pa nila nakuha yung panalo nila up against yung yung top seed, of course, yung Echo. And although we saw naman, ayan, yung veil ni Curtiz nga na yung ang dami niya ring nakukuha. Iba yung laro ng Bren dito. Sobrang nagulat ako na ganito sila.
Last Airbender, no?
Yeah.
Pero hindi. Maganda naman yung heroes ng Echo eh.
Yeah.
There's iba eh. I don't know,
Alam mo,
man.
ito Echo and Bren, I can recall na sinabi ni Flap and ni Sapsa on their first match against Echo. It was tough, okay? And one thing na nagpahirap sa kanila is their gold lane and the mid lane. So si Fovius and Vale, so si Curtizi, and most do the shots, right? Pero on that first match, nagkakilala sila, or nagkakatapat sila. It was, they were focusing on Curtizi's heroes. Kinalimutan ng ibang players who also makes the plays. So, since yun na talagang target nilang i-shutdown, hindi na alam si Curtizi also has these 4 guys who always has their back. And one thing na ginawa nila dun is, they were having some problems on who's calling the shots sa drafting pa lang. And one thing na gusto lang hasain was their gut feeling on how to take down Echo by disabling also the playmakers such as Yawi, Sina Curtizi, and maybe one thing na they were trying to shut down was their comfort picks. And kung paano hinandle to ni Coach Ducky and ni Coach Paolo expert was, they took 5 weeks of adjustments on what lineup would work. And nung bumalik na nga si Lusty and si Flu and si Flap, man, the flair of the old Bren is there. Plus, yung bunny headband ni Lusty is always there making the lock. You know? And also yung execution nila. So parang galit na Bren nakita natin on that match.
So feeling ko parang dinala ng Team A yung gigil ng Team B. I don't know, it's possible.
Yeah.
It's possible. We'll wait, diba? Week 6, we'll see something new maybe. Let's go into day 2's last match. TNC versus Blacklist. And I casted this.
Yes.
I casted this. I was here. Kasama ko yata si Rockhart at si Renmar. For those who watched the English stream, alam nyo may nangyaring simula. Pero let's talk about the match match first. Hindi ko in-expect kasi Blacklist nanalo game 1. Yun nga, Blacklist nanalo game 1. Parang sabi mo nga OSX, di ba? Parang TNC will lose game 1, matututo sila, and then they'll just reverse sweep. That's more often what happens.
Ganon kabilis maganda pang TNC. I mean, every week, they have this consistent, post. It's always up. Always up. There's always no way of just going up just by hoping up. Whatever. Parang they trust the one up above. And one thing special about TNC is, wala silang pinapakitang any, taunting. And so, they adapt to the mistakes and respect one another. And ito yung tipong kaya nilang gawin lahat. Na, kung paano nila in-execute sa scrims. And one thing na pinapahalagahan nila is how they practice and where they put their hearts in. And execution-wise, naging identity nila to. At the same time, hindi nila pinapabayaan ng isa't isa. And maybe one thing they're always trying to look at is all teams are equal, but at the same time, it's a match they have to win, especially in week 5. And now, they're up in the stats as they rise.
Nagugustuhan ko talaga yung TNC. They're always able to play a very team-oriented fight. It's like, hindi sila yung typical na there are certain players talaga who shine a lot of the time. Siguro exception Ben Things. Talagang nagugustuhan ko yung nagiging laro ni Ben Things, especially since the beginning of this season. Pero that's one of the biggest parang descriptions na pwede ko sabihin for TNC. Very team-oriented yung laro nila. And despite the fact na people are saying na siguro some teams medyo nababasa na nila because they are starting to beat them kasi they were once like wala kang makuha halos sa kanila. Eventually, gaya na nasabi natin, versus Omega nung Friday, they lost game 1 pero they were able to still win the series, and just the same, nag-apply pa rin siya dito. They were still able to win the series after losing the first game.
Yeah, ang galing ni Ben Things doon.
Ito yung sidestep Numenon Blast, di ba? Ito yun. Game 3. Yeah. No doubt. Eurostep ni Lolita niya. So, again, TNC just doing TNC things, right? They're very reliable, but also we can look back at this and say, damn, Blacklist took a game away from TNC. So, Blacklist is picking up. Blacklist from week 1 is so different from Blacklist week 5. Let's go into day 3, the very last day of week 5. Opened up with Onyx, next play Evos. To be fair, Onyx very strong here, pero nakaisa ang next play Evos.
Yes.
And if I'm not mistaken, game 2 nanalo ang next play Evos kasi this lineup here, yung Hesa, Popol, parang every game comfort lang yata ang gusto ng next play eh. And then when they get into it, parang kulang pala yung comfort. Dapat pala like more how do I say, hindi lang sa comfort pala kasi galawan din. I think, yeah, if I'm not mistaken, Onyx won this game 1.
Yeah, ito yung moment na Kyrie was on a roll, na kung paano na-activate dito yung Olos. And on talking about game 3, nagtaka talaga ako nun sa holding room kung paano in-open or binigay ng NXPE yung Olos. And from some sort of the reason, they had the antidote for that Olos. I mean, if he's using Killing Spree on the level 8, dun yung snowball niya. But, I don't know, Demon Slayer, correction. Killing Spree. So they know how to count down the timers against Onyx na they were so confident to take the chance of countering them down. Pero MP the King on this performance, lahat ng takes ng Lord, he was on point, and comfort really works, but at the same time, Onyx is also playing with fire and time. Kasi dito natin nakita on how Onyx manages to pull things around with their lineup. Pero yeah, it was game 2 for NXP just to take charge. Pero game 3, medyo tumagalit na yung boat doon.
Yeah, actually,
Tumagalit yung boat.
Yeah.
pero like first game pa lang, sobrang ito yung series na parang sobrang fast-paced, tas action-packed. Like ito yung may na-post sila Kuya Manjin and sila Uomi and si Wolf na ang bilis nila magsalita kasi sobrang dami talagang nangyayari across the map. And parang ang nakita ko rin for this series, maraming times na NXPE, they had the early advantage. Parang andun na sila, pero Onyx, lagi nilang nakakambak. Lagi nilang nababawi against NXPE, yung kalamangan na nakuha na nila. So, parang, ayun nga, ang ganti ng api. Kasi ito yung rematch nila. Nga. So, nabawian ng Onyx yung NXPE.
Yeah. I think, yung NXPE Evos this week, repair talaga eh. Parang, medyo na-rock tayo nung last weekend. Yun nangyari. So, parang this week, bawi. And naka 1 point sila. So, that's something, I guess. Let's go into the last match of the day. And dito nakita natin gigil ang Echo. Echo swept Omega 2-0 and in very quick fashion. Specifically Hero, very, very quick fashion. Tignan mo, naka times 2. Times 3 yata yung speed.
Rewind, release. Ayun, fast forward. Ayan.
Yan, biglang normal
Okay
speed.
na, normal na.
Yan. Yeah. You casted this, R6. Look, you're there. That's your name.
Yeah, and ito yung moment na game 1 pa lang, kami ni Santi tsaka ni TDC, yung mukha ni Santi, pinapawisan siya na pinapawisan. Like, things seesaws approaching late game. So parang may time na pwedeng tatagrid yung Echo, may time yung Omega bumabawi din. Parang it's like a high caliber place na they know what to target, and the only thing or na pwede mababawas or pwede mabawasan ng power damage nitong team is they need to target the right person, and for Echo here, they had this specific person who to target, and especially for Yawi doing the plays, lahat ng tama niya at sipa niya, it's always getting the right person na pwede silang ma-burst down. And when nakita ko na yung tawag na to, yung ping or yung sonar ni MR sa TP, it was their like signal, okay, we need to finish this now. And they had to go through fast or else Omega just take it right away.
Well, actually, we saw kanina na Omega nga, they were already knocking at the base, di ba? Like, they almost had it din at some point dito sa matchup. Pero, going back nga, parang super naging gigil yung Echo after losing to Bren during the previous day. And parang hindi sila nag-stop na gusto nilang bumawi. Kasi dito rin nga pala natin nakita na nakasavage na naman si Carl TZ.
Hindi na kinuha ni Benny.
Ay,
Okay
hindi na.
Sinecure na yun.
Grabe talaga to si Carl, no? Like, hindi siya nagpatapos ng week nang hindi siya nagpasikat ng ganito. But again, that's just what you do, you know? You're Carl TZ. You're the best Lancelot, the best jungler in the world, or in the world right now. You know? Ganun talaga. So, I'm happy na kahit na na-sweep sila ng Bren the day prior, Echo landed on their feet. But this brings up another discussion for Omega. I think we'll talk about them later on. At your service, my name is Leo. Thank you for watching this recall segment. If you want to see more, click like and subscribe to Covenry.